We're at the skate park. You're going to get on your skateboard for the first time.
Oh yeah! Right now!
First thing you need to know about is standing on your skateboard. There's several different ways to do it. You kind of figure it out on your own. It's a very natural thing. You either put your board down and decide to stand with this foot forward or with this foot forward. It doesn't matter if you're left-handed or right-handed. Guys, a left-handed guy might skate with his, right foot forward or his left foot forward. There's no science to it other than your own personal preference when you first put that board down. Whatever foot you decide is your forward foot, then your back foot becomes your pushing foot. And so this stance right here, if I stand on a skateboard this way, pushing in this direction, that would make me a regular footed skateboard. To go the other direction with your right foot forward, that's called goofy foot. Now I don't know why it's called goofy foot. There's nothing goofy about it. It's just the name that was assigned to it a long time ago. Now as far as it comes to pushing, usually you're supposed to push with your back foot. Some guys like to push with their front foot, which kind of creates a predicament because when you're pushing with your front foot, it means you have to step all the way around to get back on your board to get ready to do whatever maneuver you're going to be doing. It's called Mongo. If that's your natural way of skating, by all means, skate however you feel is your way to do it. So for all new skaters, I would definitely encourage trying to learn to skate pushing with your back foot. It will enable you to adapt to situations quicker by not having to step all the way around. Like I said, it's a very awkward maneuver to pull your front foot back over to the front of the board if you're pushing with it. Once you decide which direction you're going, if you're a regular foot, goofy foot, if you push Mongo, it really comes down to balance. It's what the whole thing's about. It's about balance. And I think one thing that I found out through the years that goes a long way as far as balance is concerned is just being loose. Being loose and having a little bend in your knees. You can't really do anything on a skateboard standing vertical and erect. No one skateboards like this. Nothing happens there. There's no action there. You gotta have a bend in your knees. You gotta be ready for anything that comes your way. That'll help you with your balance. The most important thing to figure out when you first get started is which way you stand. Do you stand regular foot? Do you stand goofy foot? Which way you're going to push? You're going to push with your front foot or your back foot. Again, I highly recommend using your back foot. And then just getting your balance. Just being loose and limber and being ready for anything that comes your way. Once you decide that you're going to jump into the world of skateboarding, you have to be prepared to take a fall. And it just kind of comes with the territory. If you do not want to get hurt, you do not want to have scabs on your knees and elbows and other parts of your body, then maybe this isn't for you. You have to stay within your limits, within your abilities, A lot of people always tell me that they think some of the stuff I do is crazy, that I'm pushing myself beyond what I'm capable of doing. I've never looked at it that way. I think I always skate within my abilities. And after, many years of skateboarding, I've built up a confidence and I know what I'm capable of doing and I skate within those parameters. But I care about you guys out there, so please be careful, I think the most important element of safety gear and protection is a helmet. Elbow pads, knee pads, wrist guards, these things can make a difference, but I've never seen a pair of knee pads or a pair of elbow pads stop somebody from breaking their wrist or their ankle. But I have seen a helmet save people's lives. So you definitely, if you're a beginner, new to skateboarding, you probably want to invest in a helmet when you get your first board. As far as elbow pads and knee pads go, many of the skate parks you're going to be skating in today probably require elbow pads, knee pads, maybe even wrist guards. So that's something you're going to have to, if your local skate park requires all of these pads, you're going to have to probably invest in those as well. So when you buy your first skateboard, you're going to buy your first helmet. You get your board, you get your helmet, and now, time for action. So here you are at the skate park for the first time, hopefully you've been messing around in the carport, the basement, the driveway, the street in front of your house, and you figured out your stance, which way you roll, which way you like to stand on a skateboard, which foot you push with, and you have a sense of balance. If you don't, this place can be really intimidating. Being able to move, being able to maneuver your way around a skate park is critical. These places can get pretty crowded, and a lot of guys have been skating for a long time, and they just like to roll around this place with a lot of aggression, and you don't want to get in their way, especially if you don't know what you're doing out there. I've been to many skate parks and seen a lot of people who just kind of hang on the sidelines. If you're just kind of, if you're just kind of checking it out and you want to see what's going on, it's cool. Make sure you pick the fence or a safe place to sit, because someone might just come through and barrel you over. Many times I've seen this. I've seen young skaters congregate right on the middle of an obstacle like this and just kind of stand there shaking in their shoes while the older skaters are just blazing around them, and it's kind of, oh! That's a good way to get hurt, to get run over. Oh! Or even get beat up. Some of these guys are a little overly serious. So if you're not riding, if you're not out there actually making it happen for yourself, park etiquette says, get out of the way. Hopefully you get past that real quick and you just start rolling. The best way to learn how to skateboard is to do it. You just get on and you get rolling. You're going to have your falls, you're going to have your spills, you get yourself back up and you just keep rolling. And that's the best way. There's no other way to learn. You can't learn just by watching. You can't learn by talking about it. You got to do it.